Hello, Marky Dragon. And today I have a question from Dragon H5. He's 15 years old, and he's been playing WoW for a while. Mom and Dad won't let him play WoW, so he says that Mom doesn't want him to play WoW because his 18-year-old brother was addicted to the game, and apparently it was a problem. So Mom says, no, you can't play the game because she doesn't want the same problems. Well, a couple of things here. One is that not everyone has addictive behavior to these games. If someone has addictive behavior towards a game, I mean, that's just, it's not the game's fault. It may not even be the person's fault because they can't control it, but maybe that's why your mom tells you no. So my advice here is that, you say that you've actually been paying friends to play, or you've been asking friends to pay your account, and you've been playing without your parents' permission. My advice, and this goes back to a video that I did about honesty, which I will link to here. And my advice is to fess up. I know if they don't know yet, fess up anyway, and talk to them and say, you really want to do this, and it becomes a negotiation at that point. And you actually have a lot of power if you sit mom or mom and dad down and you say, hey, I was doing this behind your back, and I want to make it right, and I want to talk to you about it. Your parents are very likely to talk to you about it in that kind of circumstance, as opposed to them finding out later that you're actually playing and they didn't want you to. So what you need to do is talk to them, and then beyond that, so now you have a goal, and your goal is that you want to play. And your goal may take you just a little while to obtain. But, if one of my kids came to me and said, Dad, I really want to play WoW, and I will bring all my school grades up one level across the board, and if I do that, will you pay for my monthly subscription and allow me to play as long as I maintain higher grades? For me as a parent, I'd think that was a pretty good deal. In fact, I would think that was pretty clever of my kid to come up with that. And, there may be other ways, which is, I think you said you were 15, and, what about mowing lawns over the summer? What about being enterprising that way, pulling weeds, mowing lawns? There's plenty of work that you can do for your neighbors, and you can get paid for if you work at it. I mean, hell, now I may not be a good example because I'm very driven towards commerce stuff, but when I was 14, maybe I was 12. I was a little bit younger than 15, and I had an old push mower that I could, and I'm not that old, it was just that was all I could get. I got it for like $5 at a garage sale. And so with that push mower, I started mowing people's lawns. And my grandma noticed how enterprising I was being, and she said, well, how about I help you out with this? And she bought me a brand new lawnmower. And the lawnmower probably cost her about $200, which was a lot of money. It was a basic lawnmower, but it did have a grass catcher on it as well, which allowed me to not have to rake the grass that I was mowing. So I was then mowing, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 people's lawns every 2 weeks. And I had some regular customers, and I was making, $15 a shot. I negotiated with all of them, and I took even lower amounts, like $10 for a pretty big lawn, even though I knew it was worth a lot more than that, but what I did was I waited until I was busy enough that I couldn't do that I didn't have enough time to do all of them anymore. And so I started renegotiating with customers after they saw I did a good job, like those $10 ones. I said, it's really worth 20. And if they didn't agree, I told them, okay, well, that's okay. I'm not going to be mowing your lawn anymore, because I have other customers. And so you pick up another few customers that are willing to pay the 20. What ended up happening after about a year of doing this, I made a lot of money. I bought a riding lawnmower. I bought a big horsepower push mower that allowed me to cut down the really tall grass and everything. I would drive the riding lawnmower around the neighborhood with a cart behind it, pulling my lawnmower, and then I could also cart the grass back. And it turned into be, I had, a couple $1,000s worth of, lawn equipment. And by the time I was 15, I was doing stuff for real estate agents. I had real estate agents that if we were within like half a mile of my house and they had a house in the neighborhood, I would take care of it for them. I charged them a rate that was much cheaper than commercial people. And I did really well on that. I mean, I had a lot of money. And it, so taking this back to your parents, and where I'm going with this is that if you can show that you're really enterprising and that you really have the ability to get some stuff done and the ability to make them proud, they will be much more likely to accept your other requests, like playing WoW. And although if you're really successful with like a lawn mowing business or something like that, who knows, you may not have much time to play WoW. I mean, God knows that, my company here, I started this for the love of playing video games, and now I'm lucky if I get a couple hours a week to play because I'm just so busy operating the companies. But, so I hope that's a suggestion for you that helps. Hopefully, if those things you don't think that will resonate with your parents, come up with something else. I know, though, that almost all of us, when we were in school, could stand for some sort of improvement, and parents really want that. Your parents want to be proud of you, so play on that. Play on the fact that you can do something that they will be proud of, and use that as your tool to negotiate for what you want. Hope that helps. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.